Okay, so at this point, you should have calculated the cost for GW's barbecue as if you had 200 guests or if you had 300 guests. So you need to have those values. So now we're going to look at Italian Joe's. It says they charge $11.85 per person plus a one-time fee for setup and delivery. And at their last function, Joe's charged $23.03 for, it should say 180 people. We shouldn't have that little dollar sign. Okay, so just like before, I'm going to switch screens. Same information here. So this time they actually told us our rate of change. So we don't have to calculate our slope. They already did that for us. But we don't know how much is this one-time fee. So we're going to start with the same idea we did before, and we are going to have our generic point slope formula. Y minus Y1 equals MX minus X1. So the $11.85, that's our rate of change, which is our slope. So I'll put that in the position of the M. And just like before, our cost will be our Y value. So that will go in the position of Y1. And our 180 people, that will be in the position of X1. Okay, so when I do that, my equation is Y minus 2303 equals 1185 times X minus 180. So once again, I need to simplify my equation, and I'm going to start by using the distributive property. I'm going to multiply the 1185 times the X and the 1185 times the 180. So when I do that, my new equation, this side stayed the same. I now have 1185x minus 2133. Now, just like before, I want to get the y by itself. So I'm going to add 2303 to both sides of my equation. These over here will cancel out, leaving me just y on this side. The 11.85 times x will drop straight down. And then whenever I do the subtraction here, I'm left with 170. So my equation for this restaurant is y equals $11.85 per person times x plus a one-time fee of $170. Okay, so now that I have my equation, I have to go in and once again find out how much it's going to cost me if I have 200 people at my party versus 300 people at my party. So just like before, we're going to plug in a 200 and a 300 in the x position. And it is your job to figure out, well, what is the cost now? So you're going to multiply out $11.85 times 200, add 170, and that will give you the cost of on the low side. And then do the same thing, 1185 times 300 plus 170, and that will give you the cost on the high side for your party if you choose Joe's Italian. Okay, so once you have the cost for both Joe's and for GW's, you need to decide which would you rather. Would you rather pay for the low side and high side of Joe's or the low side and high side of GW's? Okay, so what we're going to do, this information is now going to be copied into our slide. Okay, so here we go. And of course, it doesn't get on the same page. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to compare these numbers here for GW's to these numbers here for Joe's. And in your report, remember you have to write a report to the student council president. You're going to say which restaurant you choose and why you chose it.